Hey everyone, Veronica here, and today I'm super excited to share with you 4 cheap and easy weeknight dinners that are perfect for an extreme grocery budget. Each of these dinners serves 4 people and can be made for just about $5 using Trader Joe's ingredients. All of these recipes are plant-based and take usually just about 20 minutes or less to prepare and are super delicious and satisfying. We like to enjoy these often in my home. The first recipe that we're going to prepare is a tofu banh mi sandwich. A banh mi sandwich is basically like an Asian tofu sandwich on a toasted baguette that has some veggies placed into it and is really crunchy and delicious and is packed with protein. To make this recipe, you're just going to need 1 package of firm tofu, 1 baguette, some olive oil, some stir-fry sauce, and whatever veggies you want to put into it. I'm using cabbage, iceberg lettuce, and carrots. I'm going to be using my air fryer to make this recipe because it makes it really quick and easy, but you can also toast everything in the oven if you don't have an air fryer. I like to use the Power XL air fryer. First, I'm going to slice my baguette into 4 equal portions because this is going to make 4 sandwiches. Then I cut them in half and I smother them in a little bit of olive oil using a pastry brush. If you don't want to use olive oil, that's totally optional, but I do find that it helps keep the bread a little bit nice and moist and crunchy. Next, you're going to open your package of firm tofu and slice it into thin slices, and you're going to need about 2 to 3 slices per sandwich. Next, you're going to smother the slices of tofu in your stir-fry sauce. This is the General Tso Trader Joe's stir-fry sauce, but you can also use soyaki from Trader Joe's or any other sauce that you prefer, or you can just do a little bit of olive oil instead. Then I'm going to transfer my sauced up tofu slices into my air fryer basket, and then I'm going to cook them at 400 degrees for about 8 minutes, but you can cook them longer if you want them even crunchier, or you can skip cooking them altogether if you don't want to do this step. Once your tofu has cooked nicely to your desired consistency, then I transfer it out of the air fryer basket, and then I just go ahead and put those baguette slices directly back into the air fryer and toast them at 400 degrees for about 4 minutes or until they're nice and toasty. While everything is cooking in the air fryer, I'm just going to toss together the salad ingredients, and this is going to be the filling that goes into my sandwich. I'm going to toss up my already shredded iceberg lettuce, cabbage, and carrots. You can see how I did this in a prior video that I'll share in the description below, where I share how to make a really quick and cheap, easy salad mix for an extreme grocery budget. But basically, I slice some onions and add that to it, and then I just toss it with a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and that's all you need for a nice, crunchy, hearty, and delicious salad that's packed with cruciferous vegetables and regular vegetables as well. This salad is so cheap and easy to make. It's perfect for an extreme grocery budget, and it's nice and crunchy in these salads. Once your baguettes are toasted, then just go ahead and give them a little smash so that they kind of crunch down. Then I put a little bit of the salad mix on top of the baguette, and then I top it with 2 to 3 slices of the tofu, and that's all you have to do for this really quick, simple, and delicious weeknight dinner. Tofu is packed with protein, calcium. It's really great for quick and easy meals. You don't even technically have to cook tofu. You can eat it raw. But I do like to toast it up a little bit in the air fryer to make a nice warm sandwich, just like this one. And like I said, I got all of these ingredients from Trader Joe's. This is part of my January extreme grocery budget haul, so make sure you check out that playlist for more recipe ideas. The second recipe that we're going to prepare here are refried bean tacos. These are super cheap and they take just a few minutes to prepare. I like to use my air fryer again for this recipe because I can toast up those corn tortilla shells in just about 3 minutes. All you have to do is basically heat up the taco shell shells and then heat up your refried beans. Trader Joe's has some really great refried beans that are fat-free, and they just basically have salt, pinto beans, and water, and that can is just $1.19 and serves about 4 people. So I open that can, I transfer all of those refried beans into a stock pot, then I add some of this taco seasoning. You can add any amount that you prefer. I basically used 1 teaspoon for this recipe. Then Trader Joe's has this pizza seasoning that I purchased as part of my extreme grocery haul. And this is a nice flavoring because it has like tomatoes and things like that. Then I added some onion salt, which gives this a nice onion and garlic flavor as well as some salt. Then I add 4 teaspoons of nutritional yeast so that these beans have kind of like a nice cheesy flavor. The nutritional yeast also adds B vitamins. Then I'm going to open my taco shells and just transfer them into the air fryer basket and toast them up for just about 3 minutes. You're not trying to really cook the shells, you're really just trying to warm them up, and the air fryer makes this really quick and simple. So that's why I like to use it for this recipe. I just do this at about 370 degrees for 3 minutes. Now, while those are toasting up and getting nice and warm, I'm just going to bring my refried bean mixture to a simmer so that the beans get nice and warm. Like I said, all of this takes just about 5 minutes, and you can have a nice, hearty, cheap, and delicious weeknight dinner. The package of taco shells serves about 4 people, 3 tacos. So this was a really nice hearty meal. I just put a little refried beans in there. Then I did top it with more of that salad mixture that I had already meal prepped, including the iceberg lettuce and cabbage and carrots. And that was it. I sprinkled a little bit more nutritional yeast on top to give it a little bit more cheesy flavor. Then I did sprinkle it with some oregano that I already had on hand as a nice little garnish. But that's it. As you can see, this meal took just a few minutes to prepare, is packed with protein, has a lot of veggies in it, and was super satisfying. Kids, I've found, really love these little tacos as well. All right, so for the third recipe for these cheap, easy weeknight meals, it's a favorite in our household. It's going to be what I call an American plate, and it's cooked up tempeh with some mashed potatoes and some boiled broccoli, and that's it. This is so delicious. It's quick and easy to prepare. I'm going to use my Instant Pot to cook these potatoes. The potatoes cook up in just about 12 minutes on high pressure in the Instant Pot, and it's a perfect way to cook potatoes. If you don't have an Instant Pot, you can simply boil these potatoes on the stove for about 30 minutes. Make sure you start with cold water. So I also want to mention that I did meal prep extra potatoes while I was cooking those for the next recipe. But to make this specific recipe, all I needed to do was cook those potatoes. While those are cooking, I chop up about 1/3 pound of broccoli. I also have extra broccoli that I'm preparing right now for tomorrow's dinner as well. But then you're going to heat a skillet. You are going to need to cut open your tempeh package, slice it into whatever slices or cubes that you prefer. I like to use a little bit of olive oil in my pan, about 1 tablespoon, to saute the tempeh so that it gets nice and brown. I like to use the tongs to toss the tempeh around. I've just found it's the best utensil for doing this. Then I added 1/4 cup of stir-fry sauce. I used the General Tso stir-fry sauce again, but you can use soyaki or any other seasoning, or just soy sauce or no sauce if you prefer. Then I added a little bit of water if I needed to make sure that everything cooks nicely. After I cooked my tempeh, I just boiled my broccoli for about 3 minutes, and I found 3 minutes is the perfect amount of time for cooking broccoli without it getting overdone. Once the potatoes are finished cooking, I just did a quick release. Once all the pressure was out of my Instant Pot, I transferred the hot potatoes into a flat baking dish like this. Then I used a potato masher and mashed them up. And to give them a little bit of fat, I put a little olive oil on top. I used some nutritional yeast, about a quarter cup of nutritional yeast, to add some nice cheesy umami flavor. Then I seasoned it with that onion salt again, which is so delicious. It just adds a nice garlicky onion flavor and salt. And all you have to do is just like kind of mash the potatoes together. I added about a quarter cup of water because these ones were a little dry, and I found that just a little bit of water helps keep these nice and moist. My husband mentioned how much he really loved these mashed potatoes. And if you didn't know, potatoes are packed with B vitamins and vitamin C. They're actually a really healthy food. So to serve this dish, I just use this ice cream scooper to scoop out a serving of the mashed potatoes. I put a serving of the tempeh on top, and then a serving of the broccoli. And this dinner will make about 4 delicious dinners that are packed with protein, packed with cruciferous vegetables, B vitamins, and it's just so delicious. This was so hearty and really is one of our family's favorite meals, and this costs just about $5 to prepare for 4 meals. Okay, so the last dish we're going to prepare, I'm using leftover stuff from the refrigerator that I already had prepared and chopped and cooked, and this dish took, I think, about 12 minutes from start to finish to assemble, and that even includes me filming this video. So this is such a great weeknight meal. It's a potato salad. It's really delicious cold, so you can just meal prep this and then eat it straight out of the refrigerator. Instead of mayonnaise, which is usually found in potato salads, I used some of this hummus that I purchased as part of that extreme grocery haul. And then as another sauce, I used that sweet mustard dill sauce from Trader Joe's. This is probably one of my new favorite products at Trader Joe's. I had never used this before, but I'm finding it so useful for seasoning delicious meals. And if you don't have that sweet mustard dill sauce, you can also just use a little lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. So, like I said, this dish was so quick and easy to prepare, and it's packed with vegetables and has protein from the hummus. So this was just so wonderful and so cheap to prepare. I already had potatoes cooked from the other night when I made the mashed potatoes. So I just diced up those already boiled potatoes, and same thing with the broccoli. I already had some leftover broccoli that I had already boiled, so I just chopped that into small pieces. I found that for a potato salad, you do want everything chopped pretty small so that you don't have like giant chunks of broccoli in your salad. Then I chopped up some really small pieces of onion. These are just onion scraps that I already had in the refrigerator. So I have potatoes, broccoli, onion. Then I added some already shredded carrots, and then I diced up some of these olives, but you can also use capers if you want. I've just found capers or olives add a nice saltiness to potato salad that's just so delicious. So I chopped those up really small as well. Then I added about 1/2 of a cup of this hummus to the bowl with the potatoes. This is going to add a nice mouthfeel. It's going to add some protein and some seasoning and flavor to the salad. And like I said, it's a great mayonnaise substitute. Then I added a little bit of that sweet dill mustard sauce, and the mustard really brings this dish together, as well as the dill, and there's a little bit of sweetness as well in that sauce. And then I just mixed everything together with a rubber spatula, and this was done. This is a whole complete meal in one dish, and I didn't have to cook anything because I already had things prepared in the refrigerator. Well, I hope that you enjoyed these 4 cheap, easy meals, and I want to encourage you to check out my January Extreme Budget Grocery Haul playlist for even more super cheap recipe ideas, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!